People that feel like life is a grind, here's what I saw a long time ago. They're just living life outside of why they're here. They're busy trying to get through it instead of manifest Him in the midst of it. So the focus is all about them, how they feel, how it's going, who is, who isn't. And the whole focus is on them. You got to be careful. They just live by faith, but the faith the Bible's talking about is actually a perspective and a mentality of who we are now that He came. We're to strive together for the unity of the faith, not faith, the faith. Faith is something you have in your tool belt to move a mountain, to believe for a promotion, to pray for the sick. But the faith is a unified perspective we're all supposed to have now that He came. Who we are now that He came. We're the light of the world, period. A city set on a hill can't be hidden. Come on, that's who I'm talking to. Jesus would tell you that. He told us that. You're the light of the world. So let your light so shine before men. That doesn't sound disappointed, discouraged, disheartened, frustrated, angry, or offended. Certainly not unforgiveness and broken. Come on, this isn't strong. This is just cheering you on. Don't you get tricked into living something you're not here for. You're not here to survive. You're here to shine. And I've watched countless well-meaning people that believe the cross and believe Jesus get tricked into surviving and making it all about their life instead of His life in them and manifesting Him along the way. So they get hurt by things, discouraged by things, troubled by so many things, and make big things out of little things and make the biggest things little. And all of a sudden, something's mattering way more in your life than what matters most. And that's called feeling like hardship. And that's why people think life's a grind, because they're living outside of why they're here. And God will never fill your gas tank to travel down roads you were never called to drive on or travel. That's why people feel like they feel. You start walking in love. I'm out in the parking lot. I was freaking out. Had nothing to do with my circumstances. I was freaking out because I got to love somebody with the Spirit of God that was in me. And it was amazing. And I was hooked way back then. So I've done it a few times since. I have done it a few times since. I've been on airplanes. God has moved. I've had people line up, wait for prayer. You ever fly? You ever wait for your gate check bag? You got a little congregation? I've prayed for every single person waiting for their bag because of one person getting touched and they can't deny it because it's real and right in front of them and it ain't on a video. And they can't escape it. I mean, I got somebody hugging on me, crying, and I got all these people behind me. So I just spin. And they're crying, and I'm shuffling them. And hey, guys, Jesus just healed her. She hasn't done that for 22 years. And tears start pouring down your face. I'm telling you, right on that plane, He gave her brand new knees. And they're all like. So I think it would be a real good idea, since He's standing right here, right now, Jesus the King, we just pray for everybody that needs prayer. And everybody's like, pray, pray. So I didn't have to rush. I was pray for everybody. And that's not just one story. That didn't happen just one time. There's been a whole lot of times I've had 2, 3, and as many as 4 people on the jetway leaving, lined up waiting for me to come so they could ask for prayer because of whatever happened on the plane. Now, if I'm worried about my seat, my luggage, the child behind me banging, and making it all about me and my convenience, and the air ain't quite right, or it's too much, I just might not even notice anything around me. I might just notice that the flight was miserable and I couldn't wait to get off the plane, and boy, I hate to travel. Oh. But Sunday rolls along. Yeah. And I'm doing Jesus. No. On the plane is where you do Jesus. In the grocery store is where you do Jesus. Walking down the streets where you do Jesus. It's not in a church service. The whole reason for the church service is to celebrate our lives being saved and then stir one another in love and good works. I feel hard-pressed to say this again, like important, urged. I should say urged. We are not here to survive. This is not our homeland. We are pilgrims and sojourners, and we're just passing through. Plant as many seeds as you can. Love as many people as you can. Lay down your life as best you understand. Don't take account of suffered wrongs. Don't seek your own. And manifest Jesus. It's really not that hard. And when you take interest in a young girl waiting on the table and you make contact, all of a sudden, all this information comes in sentence form, and a little bit and a little more and now a little more, and wow, real specific, bam, and she's done. How is that young lady going to ever get out of that? Just think what that did for her, knowing that God loved her that much in her moment of despair, to where she's emotional right out of the gate. And now God's there going, love you. If he's discouraged, if he's frustrated, if he's got other things on his mind, if he's jaded because of this, that, or the other, he might not see her. He might not have the confidence that God will speak through him that way because of where he's been hanging out in his soul and living. And, it's kind of a low point. I don't know how much God will want to use me. Come on, I've been around all this language. Man, we ought to shed that thing already, huh? Just wake up and be glad for a new day in Christ. And we got the present and we got things to come. And the way to apprehend him is not look back and forget what lies behind, and let's just go after God.